birth and all that. We ain't gonna care about all that. We like that thing natural, baby. And you say some way. That's how, girl, how's it going? What the sound?
Hey Marty, can you hear me? Hey, hey man, you can hear me? Yeah, say we. Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, you probably good. Probably call bro again. She said yeah. Yeah, I can hear you good.
Bet.
Yo, man, we finna go on topic soon. My dog dropping something.
Yeah, man, we just lost a little signal real quick, man.
Let me know I know what you're doing. I don't know what's going on.
So we just waiting on my boy 1032 to get back on. I'm glad y'all can hear me. I'm just waiting on brother to get back on real quick, like. But yeah, shoot, you got two more for me? What I said, clean scalp. I said moist scalp. Or I said healthy foods. Damn, it's only 3?
Protection.
Oh, that's one I don't do. That's one I don't do.
Well, you're doing it now. Protective styles.
Okay.
Covering your head when whether you work out, go to sleep, you need something on your head.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you heard that? So she said we got 2 more steps. Protection. Right?
It helps it grow because your scalp can grow.
Hold on, you gotta speak up now. Let these people know. This is your specialty, man.
Shit, they didn't even know what you talking about.
Having protective styles helps your hair grow and protects your hair, whether it's twists, braids, not that afro, because you can't steal the moisture in. I'm sorry. Covering your hair when you go to sleep, whether you work out, sweat a lot, you need to always have your hair protected. Most times my hair is in a bun because I don't style my hair often, but it's to help keep the moisture in and help it grow.
Hey, y'all better listen now, cause she really gonna get y'all right. And if y'all looking for her, y'all can find her the same place I be in during the day. We hustlers, but we got real hustlers in the day. She's the best loctician in Orlando. I'm claiming it. I'm stamping it, cause she do my hair, and it be going crazy. But that's it, man. 5 tips. I'm gonna recap for y'all. 5 tips for healthy hair. Good food, healthy scalp, moist scalp, clean scalp. And then she said protective styles, and then actual protection when you're sleeping and working out and things of that nature. But yeah, though, my boy B Dave, tell them about yourself, man. What you got going on behind the scenes, man? What's been going on lately?
Keep it short and sweet. Greatness. What's going on? Got album.
Man, I mean, shit going crazy. When this shit drop, just tune in and watch this greatness. Be a part of this greatness, cause it's going up. Bosslife back there is big rapping. And it speaks well, Bosslife. And all I gotta say. But y'all follow me Instagram. I am_babyjesus. Y'all get there. Y'all know how to research everything. Go ahead and research that. Thank you. Hey, Ronnie, you can hear me?
Yeah, I'm back.
There you go. We can hear you loud and clear. Let me make sure your volume goes not too loud. I don't want to blow the drums off. But yeah, bro. There's been a lot of controversy going on lately, especially via the Black Lives Matter cause. So, we kind of wanted to bring light to that. We stand with our people, but at the same time, we owe y'all some education because we've been moving different. Not as a whole, but piece by piece. We're growing into the whole thing, but we want to share some of this great knowledge with you. Basically, as y'all know, y'all been seeing a lot of lies get cooked lately. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, no matter the cause, you're seeing it on camera and it just don't look right. And my boy Rodney, he got a very, very, very enlightened perspective to share with y'all. And like I always tell y'all with my posts and everything, it's all about the words you use. You know what I'm saying? The etymology. And he kind of gonna tap in on that a little lot. You know what I mean? He really gonna get into that. But I'm gonna let him do his thing.
Peace, God. Peace, God.
Before I even go there, real quick, Rodney, before I even go there, tell them, I ain't really get to watch the whole thing, but could you enlighten us on what was said on ESPN by Isaiah Thomas?
So Isaiah Thomas had a rather unpopular perspective on systemic racism. They asked him, I think the question was, I think Stephen, they asked him, how do you fix systemic racism? And he basically went back into the law books of when the classifications of race was invented. In 1676 is when it was written, you know, when you had the classification of whites and you had the classification of blacks. And these were used to organize people in society by way of how you dealt with them from a government construct.
So real quick, because I be talking about this too, just to my circle, you know what I mean? Like, or not think, but some of that same movement, what happened in the Caribbean when the people got
reclassified? What do you mean, like as a whole? As a whole?
Yeah, they ring.
Yeah, so
in other words,
you know, originally it was.
In other words, what does it mean to be black versus white?
All right, so you have the if you go to the Census Bureau website and you look up the definitions of white and black, I actually have it here on my phone. But white is a class of people, any of the original peoples of North Africa, Europe, and the Middle East, and black refers to the black races of South Africa, and the black racial tribes, and that's how the government census writes it. So, if a white American is defined as an original, any of the original peoples of North Africa, I mean, I'm not sure where in history there's any original people in North Africa that are pale in hue.
Hold on. Real quick, Ronnie. What's the regions again, bro?
North Africa, the Middle East, and Europe. Any people that are original there can come over to America and they will be classified as white, regardless of the color of their skin.
I think that is hella interesting, bro. What you just said, bro. We gotta stop there and put emphasis. So hold on.
And you can pull it up right now on the census website. It'll tell you that a white American is any of the original peoples of North Africa, Europe, or the Middle East. Original peoples.
Yeah, but my question was, what white people from those regions are the original people, or what population of what original people of those regions are naturally white?
That's a good question.
Go ahead, though, bro. Continue, because I want them to know why it's important to distinguish the difference.
We look at white and black in terms of the color of our skin, but really it's a status in law in the courtroom, right? So when the United States was formed and they created private citizens, they created these classifications so they could deal with these citizens accordingly. And the whole racial divide didn't come about to be until the like I said, the late 1600s, when lower class whites and quote unquote blacks, freed slaves, started to come together and plot against the elite, the aristocrats. And so they needed a way to keep the unity at bay. So they passed all these laws and they started these racial divides and classifications and started to give white Americans privileges and rights that were different from the black Americans. Like, though there was a lot of white servants here, right? They were in servitude, and when they were released from servitude, they would give them rifles and they would give them land to make them feel superior to their black counterparts, because they recognized the strength and unity that the whites and the blacks, or I don't even want to use the term whites and blacks, but the people of different nationalities, people that owned the mass majority of the land. And that's how they created this racial classification. And so you got a white status and you got black status. Now for black status, they released a series of what they called the black codes. So when you were released from slavery, so they could keep people at bay and keep people from being empowered, they would say, oh, if you were quote unquote black and you were caught out without an identification, proper identification or proper paperwork, they could put you right back into servitude, into, these concentration camps, so to speak. And so that's when the whole race thing started. But originally, we were not black, we were not Negroes. And a lot of us, like Isaiah Thomas said on First Take, before 1492, a lot of us were already here. The earliest mosques are found in America. Morocco, Indiana. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Morocco, Indiana is older than Morocco over in Africa, which was a series of dynasties.
Right there, boom. What? Yeah, see? You hear what he put? Look, he said Morocco. What? Go ahead, what you say? Ask the question.
Yeah, it sounds crazy, but it's the truth. Like, if you look it up, Morocco, Indiana in America is older than the Morocco over in Africa.
Fact. But look,
the longest standing active treaty is the Peace and Friendship Treaty between Morocco and the United States. And so if Morocco wasn't Morocco over in Africa, who were they making a treaty with? Who did they recognize as Morocco? And that seal on your dollar bill with the eye on the pyramid, that's actually a Moorish seal. They called us Moors. And we kept intercepting during the slave trade, which we participated in, right? The Berbers and the pirates, we would intercept slaves and sometimes free them, but we would just always interfere with their ships. So they had to create a treaty with us on our land called the Peace and Friendship Treaty between Morocco and the United States. Morocco being the first nation to recognize the United States as a nation. Morocco over in Africa was established as a nation. Can you hear me, bro? We are lagging a little bit.
Hold on. Stop right there, bro. Because I'm still froze. But I'm trying to come back. Second, yo, I'm trying to get right back real quick. But yeah, so real quick, bro. What was that? Snapping around.
Yeah, we got a Moor in the building.
Somebody snapping. Look. Somebody say yes. Yeah, they say fact. Keep speaking that real shit. Say that treat mortgages now I attach on my declaration when I got my name changed. See, bro, hey, I'm trying to tell y'all. Yeah, I got a question. Go ahead. So you acting white or acting black, you think that got to do with, like,
how you carry
Well,
yourself.
well. See, it's
Like,
it's it's
I
two
think
games that are
that's
being
where that comes
played.
from.
That,
Take us full circle to the
yeah,
topic. Black Lives Matter. You feel me?
look,
Addiction
look.
into a sport.
There's two games. So in a courtroom, etymology is everything. So words mean everything in the courtroom. Like they have specific meanings. We use the terms loosely on the street, but the important thing is when you sign these contracts, when you go in for a driver's license or you apply for a job, when they give you those options, that's where the whole race thing really comes into play. Because depending on what you put and sign, that's a contract. And so whatever status you put, that automatically is the status and the way that they'll treat you when you enter a court of law. And see, most courts, if it's not a federal court, can't even deal with human beings with natural rights. You have to actually consensually relinquish your rights in order for a circuit court or a commercial court to have jurisdiction over you. You have to be in your improper status. They can't even deal with human beings. Those are commercial, all like driving privileges and all that. Those are commercial laws. Those aren't actual laws. Human beings are dealt with in courts of common law, which regulate actual crimes against other human beings. And then you have beings. On the surface level, on the day-to-day level, we're in commercial courts being charged and tried for things that aren't even crimes, like suspended licenses, speeding. These are commercial crimes that are only people who are not in the improper status are subject to.
Hold on. What you say, bro? What you say?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
So it matters like put down like white or black or other, and that's how they treat you upon what you.
Yeah,
What,
yeah.
Like,
Yep. And it's yep. And both of these statuses are government constructs. So both of these statuses don't really represent real human beings. So white or black, they just use that. So both are chattel. Both are chattel. There's no, you know what I'm saying? Whites have privileges, blacks have privileges, but human beings have rights. People with nationality have rights. So the powers that be, when they created this government construct, they're not looking out for the benefits of quote unquote white Americans. It's just they're separating them to stop a unity, to give them privileges and things that they can get away with that we can't, to put us, to make us, to create a divide. That's what that's for. It's so white, black, you stay on your improper status as a human being. Yeah.
What's up, bro? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yo, right here, somebody in the comments said, the time Hispanic jurist, I was classified as white, although my skin is rich and melanin. Bro, that's crazy, bro.
But that's why they ask you, are you Hispanic or not? That'd be the only question, only other question besides ethnicity.
But look, this is my point.
Like, are you Hispanic? They ask you put white, but then you put Hispanic too instead of non-Hispanic, and they still gonna classify your ass probably.
But look though, but my point, back to the question earlier, what people from Europe, what was it? North Africa, Asia, Europe, and the Middle East. What people from those regions are white? Same thing. The original peoples of Honduras.
Listen, the key word.
And she'll tell you. If I'm lying, Marty, correct me. But the original people of Honduras are the Garifuna. And them niggas are darker than me. And that's where she come from. And it's crazy because it's nothing to do with your skin color. Like, it's crazy. But go ahead though, bro.
Where was I? I mean, you gotta keep feeding me with questions, man, because it's just so much ground to cover, bro.
All right, so look. So what you mean, like, because we talking about diction, when you say court of law, bro?
A court of law, like a court of common law, when you read your Constitution, you have a right to bear arms, a right to travel freely without restrictions. These are the laws that apply to natural persons, right? But once you consent to a lower status, then you're no longer playing by those rules, right?
So
You
you
become
saying
you become an artificial person.
So you saying we still consider 3/5 of a man as black people?
Yep. As a black man, you are 3/5 of a natural person. So
That's not rumor. Huh? That's not rumor. I know it's not rumor. It's in the Constitution.
Yeah, that never changed. That never changed.
It never changed.
You're black. 3/4 of
3/5 of a man.
And so over the span of time, they have lent us certain privileges and stuff to keep us pacified, so we can wear the black title proud. And so we won't abandon that title. So they've given us certain privileges and gave us the illusion of freedom, but really we still classified the same when we go in the courtroom. And that's why they push the black narrative: Black Lives Matter, black this, black that. Because if you could keep getting the people to consent to being black, then they're shielded by the color of the law. And what's the favorite thing they like to say? Their favorite line: ignorance of the law is no excuse. There's no excuse.
They're eating on that junk.
And they keep getting away with what they're getting away with, because in the court of law, you're in your improper status, so they can deal with you as less than a human being, as chattel.
All right,
and
so real quick, bro, let's give the people some stuff to Google. Let's give them some things to Google. So off rip, the number one thing you said about that relationship between Morris, Indiana. Can you please recite the treaty? What was it again, bro?
The Peace and Friendship Treaty between Morocco and the United States is the longest lasting active treaty right now. If
they wanted to Google it, what could they type in here?
The Peace and Friendship Treaty between Morocco and the United States. It'll come up. And then, and so Abraham Lincoln, funny story about Abraham Lincoln, when he first came into law, he represented a Negro who was trying to sue a white counterpart because they were going around town saying he had slept with somebody's wife. And you go look this court case up. I'll send you a link. But Abraham Lincoln represented a Moor in the court of law, and Abraham Lincoln is on record going, "My client is not a Negro, he is a Moor." So basically, they were going around town slandering this guy and calling him a Negro and black. And this guy was like, "Wait, no, I'm not a Negro or black." And he was represented by Abraham Lincoln in the court of law. And another cool something that you can research is the Sundry Free Moors Act, SUNDRY, Free Moors Act. Right, it was passed in South Carolina, and it gave Moors, or people who claim to be Moors, it gave them their natural rights and distinguished them from being black and Negro. The Sundry Free Moors Act.
Just like transsexuals can fight for what they want, black people could do the same thing. We changed it in essence, bro. Instead of us complaining about other people doing what the hell they doing, need to do the same thing and stick together. Basically what you're saying. Yeah. You gotta educate, you know what I'm saying? Spread the knowledge.
Hey, strong-minded Quana. I like that. She dropping them PDFs. She got them PDFs.
What she got going on? Oh yeah.
Got them PDFs. She got the PDFs.
You got that. Oh, ready. You think it was already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Philadelphia actually has a national. They have a more. Okay, my bad. Speaking out of turn.
Wait, what'd you say about Philadelphia?
No, I was saying, Philadelphia declared a national Moorish National Day, where the mayor cut the ribbon and everything. You can look it up. Like, they have their own day in Philadelphia. So different cities go more public, once people kind of galvanize and come together for, to nationalize, they will recognize your nationality and they will deal with you in your proper venue, in your proper person. You will be afforded the right to travel freely without restriction. You will be afforded the right to own land, to have land patents and not have to pay taxes on land. See, all of these things are implemented with status and not being in your proper status, like paying taxes on the land that you own, having to have a driver's license to operate a motor vehicle. All these things are privileges where nationalized people have rights. We have natural rights to travel free without restriction. We have natural rights to own land as sovereigns. And there's no such thing as a sovereign citizen. So if you Google and they show you all the articles about the sovereign citizen movement, that's an oxymoron. A citizen is a ward of the state.
Oh, hey,
You
real
can't
quick,
be
that's what I'm
you
saying.
can't be a sovereign citizen.
So what does it mean? What does it mean to be a citizen?
Huh?
What does it mean to be a citizen?
A ward of the state. An artificial person. You are they so when you are born, when you are born with a birth certificate, they have your name in all caps for a reason, because it denotes a person, denotes a business.
Hey, so check this out. I know this. Etymology, birth. Birth ain't got nothing to do with being born. It means to come through a body of water. And I know when they were documenting inventory into the states, ships had birth certificates to mark inventory, to record inventory on the ship.
Yep.
But go ahead though. But I got a question. So if you filling out something and they ask your ethnicity and more is not on there, what you click? You supposed to check other and write more.
Other.
Yeah.
Other, and put more all on the paper. I just hit other.
Do your research first though. Don't just take our word.
Oh no. A good website, MV Bay Publications.
Get you up in trouble and try to sue us. We
Yeah.
got building right
hey,
now.
drop that MV Publications. MV Bay Publications. They got a lot of good paperwork that you can fill out to rescind all the contracts that you have.
Yeah, bro. I don't know how to spell this stuff.
I'm about to put it in there. Pause.
You gotta type it in.
I got it. MV Bay Publication. But yeah, they walk you through step by step how to nationalize and how to rescind all the contracts.
But anyway, man, I wrote some of that stuff down. Man, I hope y'all wrote some of that stuff down. If y'all got any questions, shoot, just hit DM, and I'll see the stuff we talked about. I'm gonna get it all from Quana, and I'm gonna get it all from Marty. If you got some questions, but I know my boy, per usual, some news from today to give us a little bit, something else to talk about, some entertainment, some entertaining, or else.
It's really just it's a question, a topic, because like sickness is going on out there, and I'm thinking like anybody can catch cancer, like it ain't got no name on it.
Yeah.
And people who sexually active catch AIDS. And, I know it's like strong, but I just had a question like, what would you rather have? Like,
hey, I'd rather have a chopped cheese. I'd rather have a chopped cheese, bro. Hey, we got more people joining, Mo. Oh yeah, my bad, Quana. Yeah, it's RV Bay. My bad, Quana. Appreciate the correction.
Question.
That's a little bit in.
I gotta think about it real quick. Hold on.
Would you rather have AIDS or cancer? Like, I'd rather take some sea moss.
Yo, Mike. They trying to. Oh, I got some people on here been talking. My bad. What's on the bottom? They try to.
Quit. What we looking like?
No, I got Hannah in the building.
Hey, what's good? Cash Talk was good, Tony.
If you damn
Jamogan.
if you got AIDS, yeah, you can't get no butt.
No. Hold on now. Hold on now. Wait a minute. I'm not. No. Thank you, can't no butt. If you got that cheese, a big old tay ass, put on that road. Take your medicine. What? And get any cheese. Man. Then make sure you have my money on that back here, man. Hold on.
Oh no.
If you got cancer, you might weak for that butt.
Oh, look though. So you think that got AIDS? So I'm saying, you think these people that got AIDS, they like, listen, I know you like but I got AIDS. Or they wait till they like thought and they like, hold on, I got AIDS. Like what? Like what?
And like, man, girls so crazy these days. Niggas lie so much. Niggas lie so much. A girl will be like, I'm glad you for real with me. Where the condom at? You can't get it off saliva.
Oh, nah. Hey, go ahead, Mo. Hey, go ahead, cuz.
Everything, go ahead. Bruh, I'm just saying, bro. I don't know. I can't put nothing past nobody, bro. It's AIDS out here, and it's still more AIDS cases.
I don't know, boy. You
So
right
what do
though.
you mean?
Right. I'm just saying.
Hey,
boy,
don't
you
nobody
crazy.
die from that now. Everybody got the Rona now.
You walking around that gospel over?
Bro, what you could have that die quick. And you forgetting the other part of the question. What would you rather have?
Oh shit. You can't. But see, nah, people live with cancer though. It ain't just white. I'm just saying, but you don't know. It's I don't know.
Just like it's levels of the AIDS.
Hey, I don't know.
Yeah, that could be what
I don't want that. I don't want that doctor though, bro. I don't want that, boy. Who? I ain't trying to have. Bro, you know how uncomfortable it is.
Body condom.
Crazy, man.
Bro, say that quick. Nah, I ain't making that. You know, I'm just trying to make light of the situation.
I feel you. But I'm just saying, me personally, I have to go cancer, bro. At least I can still, you know what I'm saying? And that's an easier conversation to have, bro. Tell me you got AIDS, it's over.
She might feel sorry for you if you got cancer.
Huh? Yeah, you got that stupid.
That's what I said. You gotta have that cheese, bro.
And you know what, hey, bro? I'm out on a date. Come on, bro. I'm out on a date now. She's like, yeah. So my really gotta see her. Like, I don't even know how to tell somebody. I can't even say. How can you tell somebody you got AIDS? That's the question. You think how you tell somebody you got AIDS?
Ain't got AIDS? AIDS dating app out there, nigga.
Okay, you are.
Yeah, that shit called Backpage.
No, they're not like sexual harassment.
No love, all love, man.
Man, government requiring. Nah, man, these people out here walking around with that stick, man. Quietly. But I'm just saying, if you want to be a respectful human being, though, if you really want to be respectful, somebody please answer the question in the comments. If you want to be a respectable human being and you know you got AIDS, you tell somebody you got AIDS? Like, look, I can't even do it. But once you got it, you ain't got no choice but to just, you gonna have to live up to that. If you don't,
you can cure that. You can cure that.
What you say, Rodney?
I said you can cure that though. You gotta tell them you on your CMOS regimen. You be done in like 6 months.
For real though. That way y'all come in here and CMOS going. Hey, yeah, CMOS. You know, we get it down under the radar. And if you don't believe that, all you gotta do is look it up. Dr. Sebi already he got sued by every doctor across the nation. He went all the way to the Supreme Court, had 1,000 people show up, and guess what?
He won that. He won that.
Bro said a person will either have to accept themselves. Man, I don't know, boy. I'm gonna be celibate till I get right. Tell them keep it real. I'm gonna just be. I don't think I can have that conversation. I'm gonna just be celibate till I'm cured. They got to do that in order to let them get known. I'm spending all my money getting right on food, veggies. Like, I'm seeing the best shamans in the world. Best doctor. I'm going to Brazil. Like, yeah, you right ahead there. Right. Hey, I got to say that for the record. But tonight, say that. He went back. But what I'm now crazy saying both of them things is being made. Nah, you won't be crazy. I believe it. I think both of them is man-made. Yeah. I say 8. Right. I like 8. The overpopulation. Yeah, I don't know if I count because like some parts of cancer maybe like. Yeah. Man, listen. You bullshit. They got like we how many years in? Yeah. Humanity got? Yeah. And it ain't till past like what? 100 years? Not even. Like what? 40, 50 years all this shit coming up. When everything's overpopulated. Nah, bullshit.
It's in the food. It's in the food.
Think about it. Back in the day, wasn't no. Yeah. You feel me? They wasn't none of that shit. They weren't down off no shit like that. You feel me? They ain't doing that. But I can't say this though. It's something else for y'all to Google. I just had to correct my little verbiage before I told y'all. But it's called grid disease. And this is why a lot of people be like, that AIDS comes from gay people, you know what I'm saying? From having sex in the butt, missing semen and sperm, all that crazy, all the misnomers you hear. Nah, but look up though. Grid disease. Gay-related immune disease, bro. It's a real disease. This is what they used to classify AIDS as. If you don't believe me, type it in. And that's look, it's right here on the computer. Gay-related immune deficiency. Look it up. May 11, 1982, New York Times. Don't just look. Hey, proof of the foot. I guess. But nah, Google it though. Google it. I can't talk too much about it. I think them motherfuckers over there fucking dogs and monkeys in other countries and brought that shit back.
Nah, don't say that.
What did it start? I'm just talking about the rumor. I don't know if this is official. I just know. I know he went and started that. I believe it came from the Romans, bro. I just pull up the article.
It was the Romans, bro, who started that gay shit. I ain't gonna cap.
Yeah. I feel like it's where the ones that started on that shit. What I'm saying is, find where it stopped from. If you find where it stopped from, you'll figure out why the fuck that shit even came about. Because any shit like even the damn corona, right? We beefing with China. Here you go right here. Here you go right here. Look. They say, look. No. Gay-related efficiency was the first name used for the disease now known as AIDS. GRID was first mentioned in a May 11, 1982 article in New York Times. In this article, it mentioned the initialism AIDS, acquired immunodeficiency disease, is also mentioned. Yeah, but I bet you. I mean, I ain't saying nothing. I'm saying like, if This New York Times.
The first time, like for example, the first time they try to probably fight for gays to have equal rights, I bet you if they around that shit, yeah. Right. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? That's the 80s, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like propaganda gotta stop that because like every time something crazy about to happen, a new
That's
what I'm saying. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know for a fact. I'm just saying I bet you it's it was
that's
crazy
the
too.
70s and 80s. That's like it was that free life. Yeah. I never done my gay community research.
So it was nothing ever happened. I bet you that when it started getting things that going on, all of a sudden, men been fucking men, bro. That's
Wow.
we don't fuck with that. Something to make it say like it ain't right. It can't be right. But look,
It's an Audi, not an Indy.
Come on, man. Them cars was fucking way back there. Right.
No,
the Romans.
Same thing with the damn road.
Hey man, don't let them folks turn your Audi to an Indy, bro. I said, don't let them folks turn your Audi to an Indy.
Now, when they had their first cases in America, bro, they could have been shut everything down, bro. But they decided to keep it open until it got worse. And this is another one, bro. They waited trying to have population. When they create something that gets out of hand, they can't do nothing about it. What the hell they think?
But yeah, what my dog said. Go ahead, man. What you say?
Yeah, bro, we got this election coming up, man. What y'all think about voting this year? Like,
Overthrow this shit. Overthrow it.
Oh, that ain't possible.
Why is not possible, D-Day? Why is not possible?
I'm saying we could not vote all we want. They gonna do what the fuck they want to do.
Look. Hey, think about this. Think about this, B-Day. What influence?
Gonna do what they gotta do. That's all I'm saying.
Look. What power do the U.S. government have over you aside from a militia?
No, I ain't saying they got the power. I'm just saying, bro, it's gonna keep moving with or without it. We can
it's not though. It's not. It's imploding. It's getting exposed. It's a fraud.
Hey, look, so if we don't go vote, they're not gonna elect president.
They're gonna still do what they do, but it's strength in numbers. The government serve us. So if you have a mass number of people that just decide that the United States not our thing no more, it's over with. It's done. But so look.
Because it's popular to make it.
Well, we getting pushed to extremes right now, bro. We getting pushed to extremes right now, bro. Like don't get too comfortable.
Such a big deal, and it's like so many things that's hard, but it's possible. Yeah. But business gotta accept that we don't. Yeah, niggas scared. Yeah. You gotta take like a 10-year loss in order to get that win type shit. Like you gotta keep building that number. You're right, but he right though. He right.
Hey, I got a plan for us though. I got a plan for us. I got a plan for us. So in mass numbers, everybody remove their license plates. That's their first sign of identity when you walk out the house is your license plate. If you get 100,000 people to remove their license plates in the jurisdiction, who they gonna pull over? What they gonna do? They gonna try to go for your utilities. That's the first thing they're gonna do is try to go and cut off the utilities and say, "Oh, y'all want to drive around with no license plate? We gotta cease and fund our own militia and get control of the utilities. Then we gotta grow our own food. But if we just rescind all the contracts, all the bad contracts, your driver's license, your license plate, your birth certificates, rescind all that shit and say, oh, we nationalized, we about to do our own thing and fund. It's nothing they could do. It's literally nothing they would be able to do.
I've been ready to buck these crackers.
Strength in numbers. Strength in numbers. Hey, so can I talk about my app? Can I talk about my app?
I pay them late purpose. I don't want to give my money up. I'm with that. But how many other? I'm still paying because other niggas don't feel like me.
Hey, can I talk about my app I'm working on?
Huh?
Can I talk about my app I'm working on? It tie into this.
That's what I want to hear about.
I'm working on an app called Dime Share. So every person that subscribes to Dime Share, you donate 10 cents daily. 10 cents daily, so $3 a month. And we use that pot to fund buying land, securing resources, funding small businesses. We already got a bunch of independent small businesses that make our own clothes already. We got people who make food already. We got people already contracted with farms, that restaurants, private businesses all over the town. If we can get an app going like Dime Share, 10 cents daily, Dime Share, and we use that to fund our own nation within a nation. Well, the United States is not a nation, it's a corporation, but that's another subject. And that's what I'm working on right now. And so if you see me outside with a big ass sign with Dime Share, you know what time it is. Hey, I gotta go follow Kwana. She lit.
You say 10. Yeah. 10 cents a day.
10 cent every day. And we use that pot every day to fund our own nation.
I don't think that's
secure land and resources. So if you get 100,000 subscribers, that's $10,000 a day.
That's crazy. Bro, what that's all they ask on the you see the African where they got the starving kids. That's just 10 cents a day, bro.
We can build pre-modulated homes. They're easy to install and they cost efficient.
Down 10 cents a day. I like that, bro.
Dime Share, 10 cents a day. And we're gonna launch that. We're gonna launch that in 3 months, right during the election. And I'm gonna try to pick up some momentum. I'm gonna need y'all boys' help. No question. I'm already shocked. Oh, I can't hear you, bro. I can't hear you.
That's lightweight. You don't see these people in the comments going crazy? All we need is 90 acres. Hold on, bro. Somebody about 90 acres is please, bro. Please put it. I'm just gonna say that. I gotta see that, bro. Yeah, that was crazy. I was just gonna say that, though, bro. Like, it's gonna have to come to a point. It's gonna have to come to a point where, like, black community gonna have to start making their own government, kind of like how the
Facts.
like how they have everything. You feel me? Yeah.
Facts.
I know it ain't no family. They're not gonna let that happen. No, it can happen. Power in numbers. It's power in numbers. Crazy. Hey man, who's trying to farm? We need some growers. We gotta eat at 19 families about 90 acres. What? Look, 19 families buy over 90 acres of land to create a safe city for black people. That's crazy.
And look, I hope them people still not calling themselves black people when they get into them houses, because you still in your improper status. You feel me? You still playing their game, so
you got to be protected on all levels. I hear you. Protecting on another level.
Oh, she talking about trust. She talking about trust, estate, 498 numbers. Oh yeah, she on it. And you gotta get her on next week, bro. Strong-minded Kwana, she gotta be on here next week.
Yeah, we got it. Hey, so next week we probably gonna expound on what you want to expound upon trust law. Next week.
Yeah, get strong-minded Kwana on here. She knows some stuff, bro. She dropping gems. We need her on here, man.
Oh yeah.
She dropping gems.
But next week, bro, we definitely got to talk about trust law. Let's expound upon that, bro.
Trust in the state. This how these crackers protect all their assets. Trust in the state.
Save it. Hey, save your keys though. Save your keys.
We're gonna
Hey,
drop it on
what's
the
good,
next
Brody?
Monday. We're gonna drop it next Monday, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, we're gonna keep them. Oh, shoot, that Stan?
Yeah, that's thing.
Hey, Stan, we need you next week, bro. We going in on Trust Law. We going in on Trust Law. But Babidi Zulu. BJ's gonna bring y'all back some entertaining pieces. We're gonna have Natural Knowledge coming back with the interesting perspectives.
Hey, yeah, hey, let's Stan get on this zone. I'm about to head out. Let's Stan join.
All right. I'm gonna introduce people to Stan real quick. I'm gonna introduce the people to Stan real quick. Super duper old Jizzle. He the one that he's really like our source for knowledge. You know, he's really bringing us all the real info. I ain't gonna let him go too crazy today. Maybe next week though. I'm gonna let him go crazy next week on Trust Law. But matter of fact, I do got some topics that can expound upon though. You can talk about what we talked about today. Because I need you to expound, my boy. There's some people that want that knowledge and info.
Peace,
I've already dropped them a
peace.
couple jewels. Stan, what's happening?
What's going on, y'all? Peace.
Ain't nothing much, man. I was just telling the people though how you the source for knowledge, man. You know, you really enlighten us a lot. You know what I mean? You enlighten Rodney, Rodney enlighten me. It's like a chain. So I just want to introduce you to everybody. But basically, bro, we're talking today on a couple things that I want you to talk about, and specifically that comment Isaiah Thomas made this on ESPN.
Okay.
You know about that. But before you even go there, bro, just go ahead and tell the people a little bit about yourself, who you are, what you represent, bro.
All right. Well, peace. Salam alaikum, Islam. I am, most people know me as Stan Kells. I am Saji or Malik Bey, the more. And yeah, pretty much straight like that.
But yeah, though, so that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, we got Baby G in the building.
What up, G? What they do?
But nah, bro. We had got a couple documents, just to, contribute to the conversation as proof of what we talking about is real. We gave him the peace treaty of Morocco.
Right.
And we talked a little bit about Indiana, Morocco. And then I remember earlier on me and you was having a conversation and you mentioned some stuff to me, bro. And I'm gonna just throw all this stuff out there, and I just want you to just give us something. But me and you talked about what it was. We talked about paper bulls. We talked about, I think it was the Council of Madrid. We also talked about what was it? Sundry, three more.
Right.
And yeah, bro, give it to me, bro. Talk to me.
Okay. Well, complementary to the Treaty of Peace and Friendship, also the Convention of Madrid, right, is all the other was known as Barbary treaties. You got the Treaty of Tripoli, you got the Treaty of Tunis. Because what happened is we were one state, one empire, one government. And then after we lost power, it got divided into smaller states.
Hey, Stan, can you speak up for me?
Can you hear me?
No, yeah,
I'm in the car, y'all. All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. So now what I was saying was complementary to the Treaty of Peace and Friendship, which is the treaty with Morocco. There are a collection of what's known as Barbary treaties. Barbary treaties. They called us Berbers or Barbers. Right? That's one of our names. Northern and Western Africans are known as Berbers. They call us Barbers or Barbarians. Okay? So the treaties that they were forced to make with the barbarous people, the North Africans, the Moors, right? The Asiatics, is known treaties. Treaty of Peace, Treaty. Empire is what we know today as America, the land we're standing on. Other states got empire. You see what I'm saying? So the whole of northern Africa was Mauritania at one time. Mauritania was part of the Ottoman Empire. Was the Mauritania, right? After 1492, the fall of the empire, right? Empire was worldwide. It was, larger part of Africa. What we know today is Africa. All of the Americas, southern part of Asia. Pretty much the empire spanned the whole world.
Damn, that joint breaking up, Stan. What is looking like on y'all? Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Damn. Stan, you breaking up, man.
Hold on, I'm in the woods right quick. Hold on.
You probably right. Yeah. I ain't gonna cat for trees, bro. They block all the signals from like any type of like home.
Ain't gonna lie, man. Shout out to National United.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. We can hear you good.
Okay, yeah. So after the fall of the empire, 1492, that's when you get Algeria, Tunis, or Tunisia, right? You get Tripoli as smaller states, as nations. Because when we fell, the people that were in power or took power was the Roman Empire. Rome wasn't even an empire until it seized our lands. And when you read the papal bulls, one of them is Dum Diversas, Dumdiversas. Another one is Inter Cartera Divina, INTERCETERA DIVINA. Right? And in these papal bulls, they talk about, right, how they want to kill, capture, and put in perpetual slavery all Moors, Turks, Berbers, Saracens, and otherwise pagans. Pagans is a general term for, black people or Moors who had practices that they didn't understand. So when they loosely say pagan, they're saying black people. Y'all follow me?
Yeah, 100.
Right. So this is the entryway or the start of slavery. What we know today as slavery in history is known as the Spanish Inquisition. Why? Because, the Spanish Inquisition. What Rome decided to do once they captured our rulers and we lost power was to divide up our lands, right? And they gave the eastern part of the empire, which we know today as Africa, to the Portuguese. This is why Moorish nations, especially in Africa, speak Portuguese. Mozambique speaks Portuguese. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of those Moorish northern country nations, Mozambique, Tunis, Tripoli, they speak Portuguese because the eastern part of the empire was gifted to the Portuguese. Go back and read them papal bulls. The western part of the empire, which we know today as America, the land we're standing on, North, South, Central America, and the adjoining islands, was gifted to the Spanish. And the Spanish were allowed to invade here based on Christian principles. Everybody who is not a Christian, you could kill, capture, or put into perpetual slavery.